You ever seen a show sink so fast you could swear it was auditioning for Titanic 2? Because, honey, Love and Marriage Huntsville just hit an iceberg named No Melody, and the ratings are drowning with no life jacket in sight. I mean, to 119,000 viewers, that's not a premiere. That's a Facebook Live from your aunt's backyard barbecue. And the demo? Don't even get me started at 0.03. I've seen more impressive numbers on my toaster dot, so what happened, oh, just a small detail that Melody Holt, the queen bee, the ratings magnet, the woman who practically built the OWN network Saturday lineup with her bare hands, said, "Bye, Carlos," and left the building. And guess what, without her, the so-called drama feels faker than an Instagram filter on a Monday morning. Now the whispers are everywhere. Anonymous sources, aka my nosy cousin who works at a gas station, to blogs from the OWN offices, are saying Carlos King is practically on his knees, begging Melody to come back before the network replaces him with a talking blender. But here's a million-dollar question. Is it too late to save the sinking ship? Or are we watching the slowest, most embarrassing TV death since Keeping Up with the Kardashians season 20? Stay tuned because the tea is boiling. Asterisk, let's rewind for a moment and remember who we are talking about here, because Melody Holt, now known as Melody Cherie, was not just another cast member on Love and Marriage Huntsville. She was the face, the energy, the emotional hook that kept viewers glued to their screens every Saturday night. And without her, the show feels like a cake without sugar, a party without music, completely flat and forgettable. Carlos King knew what he had when Melody was on board. He played it smarter first, packaging her personal highs and lows into must-see reality TV moments, letting the tension between her and the rest of the cast simmer until it boiled over in the most meme-worthy reunion fights. But behind the scenes, whispers suggest the production environment was a minefield, with power plays, favoritism, and certain producers allegedly angling to become her personal TV manager, which, according to her, crossed every professional boundary she had. When she refused, she claimed she faced retaliation, and those close to her say the atmosphere became toxic enough to push her toward the exit for good. This was not a dramatic walk-off for ratings. This was the kind of exit where the door gets locked, the passcode is changed, and the key gets thrown into the Tennessee River. The ripple effect was immediate, and the numbers did not just dip. They nosedived. The season premiere without Melody pulled in only to 119,000 viewers, a number so low it might as well have been a community theater live stream. And the demo rating of 0.03 was the kind of statistic networks avoid mentioning in press releases. The following week saw an even steeper drop to 197,000 viewers and a demo of 0.02, the lowest in the show's history, and while a tiny bump the next week brought it to 200,000. Calling that a recovery would be like calling a band-aid a cure for a broken leg. Meanwhile, fans were vocal, relentless, and unapologetic in pointing out exactly why they were tuning out. They did not just miss Melody, they missed the authenticity she brought. The feeling that you were watching real life unfold instead of stage vacations, forced shouting matches, and recycled cheating scandals that had already been stretched thinner than overcooked spaghetti. Martel Holt might still be there stirring up drama, but without Melody as a counterbalance, he just comes across as another loud reality TV ex grasping for relevance. Marceau and Letitia Scott have tried stepping into the spotlight, but viewers are already tired of the same trust issues being dragged out season after season, without any real resolution. And Letitia's insistence on acting like nothing is wrong has worn thin. Kimmy Scott, once seen as a level-headed mediator, has been accused by fans of staying neutral in ways that felt like silent betrayal toward Melody, knowing full well the kind of treatment she was receiving yet never taking a strong stand. The rest of the cast, while happy to ride the wave of Melody's popularity when she was there, seem lost now, serving up repetitive plot lines with no fresh angles, and it shows. Social media is flooded with comments saying the chemistry is gone, the thrill has evaporated, and the attempts to fill the gap with flashy trips or overproduced drama only make it worse. Rumors have started swirling from so-called inside sources that Carlos King has been quietly reaching out to Melody, testing the waters for a return, because he knows the brand he helped build is sliding into irrelevance at record speed. These alleged whispers suggest late-night phone calls, offers of creative control, and even financial incentives being floated to lure her back. But no one knows if she will even consider it. After the way she left, fans are not shy about calling out Carlos himself, accusing him of underestimating how deep the loyalty to Melody ran and overestimating the audience's tolerance for recycled storylines. Without Melody's presence, the show's male-focused narratives have come across as heavy-handed and at times disrespectful, with male cast members talking down to women on camera and baiting them into conflicts that feel more like bad improv than reality TV. The audience has started to turn away not just because Melody is gone but because the entire tone of the show has shifted from compelling to toxic without delivering any real emotional payoff. The fan base that once celebrated the raw look into black love, ambition, and resilience now sees a hollow shell of what the series once promised. And the numbers are telling the same story as the comment sections. Since Melody left, the show's struggles have only deepened, and the chaos behind the scenes is becoming almost as entertaining as a failed drama on camera. Reports from anonymous insiders claim that the production has been spiraling out of control with tensions running high and morale hitting rock bottom. It seems Carlos King and his team are desperately trying to patch holes in a sinking ship by throwing in new cast members and creating forced storylines that feel more like bad fan fiction than reality television. One insider, who spoke on condition of anonymity because they still fear for their paycheck, revealed that producers have been caught scrambling to stage dramatic confrontations and fake tears just to keep viewers interested, but audiences are not buying it anymore. There are also whispers about lavish spending on unnecessary extras and expensive trips that end up feeling hollow because the heart of the show, Melody's real and relatable storylines, is missing. Meanwhile, fans online are merciless, calling out the cast for their lack of chemistry and accusing the producers of prioritizing flashy scenes over substance. One commenter on a popular reality TV forum bluntly stated that watching the show without Melody is like trying to enjoy a pizza without cheese, an effort doomed from the start. The backlash extends beyond social media, as some sponsors are rumored to be reconsidering their support, concerned about the plummeting ratings and the negative buzz surrounding the show's declining quality. This is creating pressure not just for Carlos King but for the entire OWN network, which invested heavily in the franchise and now risks losing its loyal audience to competing shows like Ready to Love and Heart and Hustle, which are quickly gaining traction with fresh faces and authentic storytelling. Legal experts speculating behind the scenes suggest that if the allegations of retaliation against Melody are true, there could be serious consequences for the production team, possibly involving investigations into workplace ethics and fair treatment, although no official statements have been released. Insiders hint that there may be internal probes underway, and some key figures are said to be on thin ice. The public outcry has also led to petitions demanding a revamp of the show, with fans urging OWN to bring in new cast members who represent a broader range of experiences and genuine growth rather than recycling the same tired conflicts. These petitions have gained significant traction, amassing thousands of signatures and sparking trending hashtags that call for transparency and accountability from the producers. The fallout has even reached the cast themselves, with some members rumored to be considering their futures on the show as a toxic environment and dwindling viewership take a toll on their personal brands. Carlos King's attempts to dismiss critics as just haters have done little to calm the storm, and instead have fueled speculation that the production is out of touch with the very audience it relies on. Meanwhile, fans remain steadfast in their demands for authenticity, craving real stories of love, struggle, and triumph rather than scripted fights and recycled drama. The sentiment is clear. Without genuine emotional connection and compelling characters like Melody, no amount of fancy editing or dramatic music can save the show. The numbers don't lie, and they paint a bleak picture for Love and Marriage Huntsville's future unless serious changes are made. Some industry insiders believe that the current crisis could be a blessing in disguise if it forces the producers to rethink their approach and embrace the raw, unscripted reality that made this series popular in the first place. However, time is running out, and if OWN fails to act decisively, viewers may permanently say goodbye to a franchise that once held promise, but now feels like a cautionary tale about what happens when you lose touch with your audience and your star player. So, what do you think? Is Carlos King going to pull off a miracle and bring Melody back before the ratings hit absolute rock bottom? Or is this the final curtain call for Love and Marriage Huntsville? Are you tired of the same old recycled drama with zero authenticity and no real growth? Do you believe the show can be saved by shaking up the cast and embracing fresh, real stories that actually matter? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because we need to hear your voice on the sinking ship. If you're as shocked and intrigued as I am, hit that like button to show you're here for the truth and ready to call out the nonsense. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications because there is plenty more breaking drama, scandals, and tea coming your way. This story is far from over, and you definitely want to be the first to get the latest updates as we continue digging into what really went down behind the scenes. Share this video with your friends who love reality TV or who have been rooting for Melody all along. Let's make some noise because one thing is clear: without Melody, the show is lost and the fans are demanding change. Stay tuned, stay curious, And stay ready for the real story to unfold. Bold.